This is Chapter 6 Review, Section 6.2, on page 323 of your textbook. I'm doing questions 14 through 18. Number 14. The directions say, express each rate as a unit rate, round to the nearest tenth if necessary. And the rate is $25.97 for 8 boxes. Now the directions said to express this as a unit rate. Well, a unit rate means that you convert the ratio to a ratio that has a denominator of 1. So this means we pay $25.97 for every 8 boxes. Well, the unit rate then would be, how much do you pay? So we'll let that be X over for 1 box. So unit rate means that you've got a 1 in the denominator. Okay? So $25.97 for 8 boxes is what for 1 box? So that is now a simple proportion. Okay? You cross multiply. Anytime you're solving a proportion, you do that by cross multiplying. 8 times x is 8x, and $25.97 times 1 is $25.97. Now to solve this, we've got x times 8, and we know that that equals $25.97. So to figure out what x is, we need to divide both sides by 8. And x equals 8 into $25.97, which you do long division, and you will see that this comes out to be 3.24625. Okay? So what do we put for x? Well, x was the price for 1 box. So since it's price, we're going to round to the nearest penny. So the answer would be $3.25 per box is the unit rate. If it's $25.97 for 8 boxes, that's $3.25 per box. Alright, number 15 says 400 meters in 5 minutes. $400 meters in 5 minutes. So that ratio is 400 meters over 5 minutes. We are to convert that to a unit rate. Well, a unit rate is a proportion with 1 in the bottom. So that means how many meters in 1 minute? If you go 400 meters in 5 minutes, how many meters would that be in 1 minute? Well, you could just use some common sense. 405, if you divide top and bottom by 5, would mean that you would go 80 meters in 1 minute. But you don't have to do that. You can also just solve by cross multiplying. 5 times x is 5x. 400 times 1 is 400. Divide both sides by 5 since you had x times 5. And 5x divided by 5 is x. And 400 divided by 5 is 80. So that means 80 meters per minute is the unit rate. 400 meters in 5 minutes is 80 meters per minute. 16 says $175 for 4 concert tickets. $175 for 4 concert tickets. Okay? So that ratio is $175 for 4 tickets. We need to express that as a unit rate. Unit rate means that the denominator is 1. So I'm really asking you, if it was $175 for 4 tickets, how much is it for 1 ticket? Well, 4 times x is 4x. 175 times 1 is 175. Divide both sides by 4, and you get x is $43.75. $43.75 per ticket. All right. Moving along to number 17. Number 17 says, let's get a different sheet of paper. Number 17 says 125 miles in 200 minutes. 125 miles in 200 minutes. So that ratio is 125 miles over 200 minutes. Well, we are to convert that to a unit rate, and unit rate means that the denominator is 1. So that says how many miles would you travel in 1 minute? So if the distance is 125 miles in 200 minutes, then how many miles would that be in 1 minute? That is the unit rate. Okay? To solve this, because it's a proportion, you just cross multiply. 200 times x is 200x. 125 times 1 is 125. Divide both sides by 200. And x equals 125 divided by 200 is 0.6. So that means 0.6 miles per minute is the unit rate. 125 miles in 200 minutes would be 0.6 miles per minute. Lastly, in this section, number 18, says an 8-pack of juice boxes cost $4.79. So an 8-pack of juices is $4.79, and a 12-pack of juice boxes, 12-pack, is $6.59. Which is the better deal? Well, there are a couple ways to work this. One is you could convert both to a unit rate. The unit rate would tell you how much you're paying per juice box. So if you were doing $4.79 for 8 juice boxes, how many would that be for 1? And then if you were doing $6.59 for 12 juice boxes, how much would that be for 1? And whichever one had the better unit rate would be the better deal. Another way is to kind of find a common denominator. What is a common number of juice boxes we could buy if we could only buy 8 packs or 12 packs? Well, with 8 packs you could buy 8, you could buy 16, you could buy 24, you could buy 32. Well, which one of those could you also get with 12 packs? That would be 24. So if you bought 3 of these, you would have 24 juice boxes. And if you multiply $4.79 times 3, you get $14.37. So if you bought 3 8-packs, you would have 24 juice boxes at $14.37. Well, if you bought 2 12-packs, you would have 24 juice boxes. And that would be $6.59 times 2, which is $13.18. So you can see the 12-pack for $6.59 is a better deal because 24 juice boxes is cheaper buying 12 packs versus buying 8 packs.